Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. I'm live and I have two bourbon whiskeys. This is Bird Dog. Some people call this the Irish Setter bottle. It's our Bird Dog 80 proof select stock bluegrass crafted bourbon whiskey. Kentucky bourbon whiskey. Doesn't say straight whiskey. I don't know why. It's aged at least 4 years because there's no age statement on there. So we know it's at least 4 years old. And it is bottled for Western Spirits by Three Springs Bottling Company. It made quite a not a hiss, but a pressure release. Like boom. It's a real cork. That's not rubber. I don't know if they still make regular bourbon because if you look at their website, they only show the flavored bourbons. The flavored whiskey. That's all they show. They don't show this. So they might still make it, and maybe they don't list it. I don't know the answer. I know Walmart got rid of it, which is telling me it's probably discontinued because their flavored ones, were the ones that were popular. And that's probably why Walmart had it for $10. True story, $10, so I bought it. Here's Nelson's Green Brier. Handmade sour mash Tennessee whiskey, 91 proof, aged 2 years. Not a real cork, synthetic rubber cork. Not tight. Keeps the air out, but it's hard to get out. Okay. So it's much darker than the Bird Dog. It's not listed as Tennessee straight whiskey. It just says Tennessee whiskey. So could it have flavoring or coloring added? Yes, because I didn't see anything, and I was very careful to read it. I read let's look at it first. So you can see the Bird Dog is pale gold, just like gold, not even amber gold, just gold. And the Nelson's Green Brier's got some copper to it. So I have to close my eyes. I'll show you the Nelson's Green Brier website. Showing a rocks glass. They're selling it for $34.99 on the internet, but Total Wine & More has it for $29. And this is made with corn, wheat. It's a wheated whiskey. Corn, as people call these wheated whiskeys. Corn, wheat, and rye. Corn, wheat, and malted barley. Okay. It has a following. Some people buy it, No, I mean, but I wouldn't say it's really super popular. As we know, Jack Daniels is the super popular Tennessee whiskey. There are other brands. But if you read the regulations, there's no prohibition about adding flavoring or coloring. It's not mentioned as being allowed. It's not mentioned as being forbidden. So that would mean it's allowed. The U.S. government certainly wouldn't forbid it because even though it's a bourbon whiskey, they're not calling it a bourbon whiskey. They're calling it a Tennessee whiskey, which means it is legally a blended whiskey because, as I just read, it's a blend of corn, wheat, and malted barley because Tennessee whiskey is not an official category for the U.S. government. So they could add color. I'm not saying they do that. I'm saying they could do that. like they chose. And I think that's why they're not putting straight whiskey on there. But I don't know why Bird Dog doesn't have it. That's a mystery. Just like the Winn-Dixie bourbon doesn't say straight bourbon, just says bourbon whiskey, Kentucky bourbon whiskey. So you'd have to ask the company. Jason Cleveland says, "Hello, Jay. I'm listening as I'm driving across the state." Well, be careful there, Jason. Okay, now I gotta and have a good drive. I gotta close my eyes because if I see the pale color, I'm gonna know in a snap what it is. So I don't want to guess it on that. I want to start getting some wins in this taste challenge series. Yeah, I've been getting it wrong a lot because the Nelson's Green Brier doesn't really differentiate itself from the other bourbons. I mean, it's good, but it's kind of like, yeah, they're all good. And so it hasn't really justified the $28.99 price point at this point, and I don't think it will. Now, the Bird Dog, what's the regular price? I think it was like $24.99 when I was looking, because the tag showed $10 clearance sale. You know, it'll show the original price, like $10 originally priced at $24.99. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. But yeah, they probably dropped it. That's probably why they discontinued. It was discontinued. But you might say, man, I go to my liquor store, they got that stuff on the shelf, 20 bottles. I mean, that could be true. I just don't know why they don't put it on their website. Although Evan Williams doesn't put the green label on their website. Jack Daniels doesn't put Jack Daniels green label on their website, but it exists. Yeah, it smells like regular old bourbon, sweet corn, you know, charred oak a little bit. Whoops, got it in my mouth. This smells like bourbon, but it's a little stronger in the nose. It has a little more oomph to it, a little more oak, a little more character, huh? But which one is it? Don't know. All right, taste time. Cheers. And if you made comments and I didn't respond, it's because I have to have my eyes closed at this point. Yeah. It's regular old bourbon. What can I say? Little charred oak. Nice vanilla oak. Sweet corn. Yes, I believe that's the case. But the wheat, I've been having trouble picking up the wheat aspect on the Nelson's Green Brier. Some of these wheated bourbons, it'll give it like a softness. You can pick it up, but it's not happening here. Not in my experience. Okay, like this has a little minerality to it, little Flintstone vitamin, but I've said that in the taste challenges in which I got it wrong. So how could that have been the case? You know, it's supposed to have this unique Flintstone vitamin and minerality, but I get it wrong 4 times, or is it at least 3 times, 4 times? So, hey, maybe I'm not getting it. I'm obviously not getting it. Okay, I'm going to say this is the Green Brier, though. Oh, I got it. Well, now, so that puts me at what, 5-3? I believe it's 5-3. 5 wins, 3 losses. Well, that's not so great, but and probably more losses to come because 91 proof versus 80 should make a difference. Hasn't really been making a difference. And those other characters that I keep thinking I notice should make a difference, but maybe it's a psychological thing that's it's not reflecting reality. So I can tell them apart. Okay. They don't really taste that much alike. Well, that's good. Good to know that every bourbon doesn't taste the same. the next part of it would be, which one do I prefer? Which one do I prefer? Hmm. They're both very nice. It's hard to say. They both score in the A range. Excellent. Excellent to most excellent. I have to think about that more. But mm, I don't know. This bird dog's coming across kind of nice right about now. I like that vanilla aspect. They're both smooth as silk. I don't know. I don't know which one I prefer. Tell you the truth, but I know this much: the Nelson's Green Brier is $28.99, and the regular price of the bird dog that last I saw was $24.99. So I guess I'd save the $4. This is me. I'd save the $4 and just get the bird dog. Now I only paid 10 for each. Walmart had both. I bought these the same day. I was at Walmart and I bought these two the same day because they were both tagged at $10. I knew that was unusually low. I did not stop to ask questions. I just brought them to the checkout and they checked me out and it cost $20 plus tax. Now, that's the end of that story. Okay. It is a very good story. So, no, there's not much else to say. So, what's coming up? Like a flower. Well, what's coming up? What's coming up in less than 1 hour at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we have Fandango Friday. And you say, what is Fandango Friday? What is Aleppo? Fandango Friday is a show that we do on Fridays. James P. Benata came up with the name. And we started in 2020, and we examine any liquor or liqueur. We had to narrow it down, make it more focused. Any liquor, like these two products, bourbon being a type of liquor, or liqueur, the flavored stuff, the bird dog whiskey liqueurs, or could be Crown Royal Apple. That's a liqueur. I know it says apple flavored whiskey, and it is an apple flavored whiskey, but it's categorized as a liqueur, 70 proof. I think I'm going to bring an actual liquor, Canadian whiskey, Gibson's Finest Rare, which in this town, in this state, it is rare because I've only seen it twice. I bought it the first time I saw it. I skipped the second time because I'd already had it. But I found it for the greatest price in the world. And but I haven't seen it in, close to 10 years. Gibson's Finest Rare. Yes. I found it on the west bank of the Mississippi River at Savannah Discount in Marrero, Louisiana, although Google Maps calls it Estelle, Louisiana. I don't know anybody down there that calls it that. But yeah, it is rare for Louisiana. Now, you might live in Michigan and say, man, that stuff's in every liquor store. Where have you been? What are you talking about? Gibson's, that's so common. Yeah, well, you live there and I don't live there. We get stuff here that's probably unusual for you. Okay. There is a highway that starts in this town. And if I get on it and head direct north and stay on that route, of course, I'd have to stop to go to the restroom and stay overnight at a hotel or whatnot. But if I just stay on that highway, it ends at the Michigan state line. There's a sign that says end of the road number, and then you cross a river on a bridge, obviously, and then you're in Michigan on United States Highway 2, which goes east to west. This highway I'm talking about goes north to south, so it's odd numbered. And I drove on that too, and that is through the woods. I felt like Bill Bryson Into the Woods, man, when I was on that road. That was some very rural, woody area, a very rural area. And I bought some homemade blackberry wine in Wisconsin on the way back home, and it was good. And it was $8. I bought it at like a side, like a roadside little market, farmers market. Oh yeah. All right. Well, so anyway, anyhow, see y'all in less than an hour. And I've got the Gibsons, and I think James P. Madonna's bringing Bacardi Black, which is always a winner. That dark rum. And I don't know what anybody else is bringing, so I can't preview that. All right, we all take care. The winner here is me, because I was able to tell them apart, and both of the whiskeys are good. So there's no loss here. I was able to differentiate them, and they both taste good. So it's a win-win situation. All right, check y'all later. Join in 45 minutes, around 45 minutes, and we'll have a great time. Bye-bye, everybody.